able to help people on the day of.
You don't say. Complication?
What is that?
One complication is that the pricing on all of this is going to continue to be variable and unpredictable. And so it's hard to talk to somebody about booking something ahead of time when you can't tell them how much it's going to cost.
So the price. Ooh.
Yeah, the price could be totally different. So if today booking Tron would cost, $20, tomorrow it could be $30. Or, we just don't know.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. So you can't quote them that, but if you say, look, if you book it right here today, you can get it for this price, you're locked in and it'll never go up. You can do that, right?
But I wouldn't know. So if I were talking to you today, Sunday night, and Monday was the day that your window to book all these things opens up, I would be having to say to you well, today it was this price, but I don't know what it'll be in the morning when you want me to book it.
This is crazy.
Right. No, and that's fair enough. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm not okay. I mean, obviously, yes, this is silly.
Okay.
But at least, it's not we booked it for this price, but by the time you arrive there on that day, it went up by $3. So Disney's just going to charge you an extra $3.
The problem is it's non-refundable. So if I go ahead and book it for a client and then they decide hey, that went up $10. I don't want to pay for that. Well, now it's too late. Right. And so that's part of the reason why, we're thinking as travel agents, we might be in a better position to coach people on how to do this and provide them with a lot of resources, but then have people book their own just so that they're in control of saying, yes, I'm willing to pay that price in the moment and not somebody else making that choice for you with your credit card. We don't like that.
Like push your luck, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is like bad money for Disney vacationing or something like that.
Like roulette?
Yeah, like some sort of weird stock market thing. The price of this vacation might go up or down. We don't know.
We don't know.
Book the date. We'll see what happens. Variables is
no
scary.
No whammies. Stop.
Wah, wah.
Speaking of no whammies, the other thing that is becoming a challenge with us doing this for people, Disney, and this is a good thing, I think, but Disney has started using 2-factor authentication for people's accounts.
Those bastards.
Oh.
Making it more secure, which is good. But if I'm up here in New Hampshire and I'm signing into your account at 7 a.m. with all good intentions to book your lightning lanes, and Disney says, oh, we just want to make sure that you're the person you say you are. We've emailed your email address a code. Well, I don't have access to your email. I shouldn't have access to your email. And so I can't go get that code. And if you're asleep because it's 7 a.m. and you're not going to be able to get me that code, well, now my hands are really tied. And you thought I was going to be up doing this, and now I can't. And you're asleep and you can't do it. And now you're losing access to all of those attractions that you want for your vacation. So for those reasons, I think where I'm going to be more useful as a travel agent is just really preparing people ahead of time about how the system works and what the best strategy is to get exactly what you want for your vacation.
This is too much.
Yeah.
This is too much to ask the average normal human being to do.
With all due respect, and I mean with all due respect, as a guy in the IT field that's had to deal with folks just to sign in to the Excel spreadsheet using my multi-factor authentication. That is a tough time. That's a tough time to explain to someone how to do it. Yeah. It's not fun. You may as well just say, what's your email address and password? Cool. I'm going to make this account for you. So it's going to call me instead of you having to deal with that. I'm seriously, it's going to piss the average vacationer off.
What's going to happen is people are going to create dummy email accounts that they share with Rachel. And then, she has a password, I have the password, then we don't have to worry about that, right?
I guess. But I mean, now we're getting really complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of steps.
This wasn't complicated before.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's layered. I had kind of calmed down after I saw this announcement, and now I can feel my blood boiling again.
As we're talking about it.
I'm going to have a stroke on this podcast.
Don't do it.
By the time it's over.
We're talking about some of the challenges, but I do think overall there's some good changes. We probably should talk about some of those.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, for Danny's help.
Yeah, he's like, he's turning red. He's worried me.
I am.
We covered the single passes. So now we're going to go to the other part of the system, which is the Lightning Lane multi-pass, which is the old Genie Plus, essentially. It's similar. There are some changes to the things that are currently being offered on Lightning Lane Multipass. So if you go through and look at the list of attractions, it does not include character meets or experiences. So for example, right now, it does not include Princess Fairy Tale Hall or Meet Mickey on Main Street. Or not Main Street, but like in Town Square. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like the priority parade viewing is not included right now. Those things could change, but right now there are fewer things than Genie Plus currently offers that you could book passes for. So it's just something to know, is that those things have been taken off the list, at least for now. That could change before July 24th, but for right now, those things are not included.
That's kind of honest of them to say that these things don't really add value to our product. So what's the point?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the thinking on that would be, but
Yeah.
Now it just takes. So now people have to go for the ride. So if you're going there and your kids are of age and you don't really care about meeting Mickey and Minnie, oh well.
Oh yeah, you're
competing with everybody else
Yeah.
at 7 a.m. And then as you're trying to hurry up and get your passes, you're having to authenticate a second time over who you are.
so that's the first change. It will work the same way as Genie Plus does. But the difference is you can pre-plan and pre-book your lightning lanes 3 at a time before you travel. So you'll know ahead of time, hey, I'm definitely going to ride these 3 attractions on this day at these 3 times. And it'll be just like Fast Pass Plus used to be. Remember, we used to be able to book 3 ahead of time.
Yeah.
It was 60 days out from your trip, which I thought was too long. And so now it's going to be that same 7-day window if you're staying at a Disney resort. If you're not staying at a Disney resort, but you have date-based tickets, it'll be the 3 days for your whole ticket length. And again, if you are an annual pass holder or you need a park reservation to visit a park, you'll be able to do it 3 days from your park visit, 1 day at a time.
So are we back to freeing the 3 again?
No.
Before we can book? Oh, we're not.
Well, no. So the way this works is on the day of, when you arrive, you have your 3 already booked. And as you use one, you're going to be able to book another one. So if I have Peter Pan's flight at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to go at 9 o'clock in the morning, ride Peter Pan's flight, and then I can immediately book another one for later in the day. And so every time you use one, you get to book another one. So arguably you'll hold 3 at a time all day long.
Yeah, which essentially to me means that if you want to get the most for your money out of this, you're getting up at 7 a.m.
7 days before. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but once you get there, you're getting up at 7 a.m. So you can shower, get on the bus, get there for rope drop, because by midday, all the top tier stuff is going to be gone.
It's all gone.
Yeah. So I just got to free the 1 and maintain my 3.
Yeah, and just keep going and just all out. And then maybe in the middle of the day, you can take a break and go back to your resort. And who knows, maybe you could book something for later on at another park and try and line that up. But
so you have to book the first 3 all at one park. But then your additional ones you can book at different parks. So if you, like I said, I got up, I rode Peter Pan's flight at 9 o'clock, but I know I'm going to go to Hollywood Studios later. I could hop on and book Toy Story Mania for later in the day with that one that I just used, even though my other 2 are for Magic Kingdom still.
And you need the park hopper ticket.
And you would need a park hopper ticket. Yeah. There will be a new, like, you know how right now booking Genie Plus is kind of confusing because you have to find it like in the My Day tab and then
Right.
like go to the